Hey there, I'm Ken. This is CRT. Welcome. Welcome to this video in the continuing line of videos that I am starting to fondly call, you're hooking what up to a TRS-80 computer? In the last episode where I hooked something strange up to it, there was a great suggestion in the comments. So the idea for this video came from David Ladd in those very comments. In that video, I had used an FM transmitter to transmit a signal from a tape deck to a radio, and then had the cassette cable for the TRS-80 plugged into the radio. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can check it out up here. But David had suggested that perhaps using a Bluetooth transmitter somehow. He had suggested these little portable Bluetooth headphone things that you can plug your wired headphones into. So, yeah, I came up with a couple of ideas of what to try with those, got my hands on some, and now we're gonna do it. So, let's get started. So I have here the little Bluetooth receiver, and I am simply going to plug that into the cassette cable right here, and I have it paired with my Apple computer over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a cassette file off of there and load it on here. So just got to get it set up for loading the cassette file. All right, so I have the computer ready to go. I have the audio file ready to go, and I just have to type in cload m, and we're ready to go there, and I hit play over here, and we found it, and we're loading. There we go. Now, it did take me about 4 or 5 tries to get this with the setting the volume levels and everything, but let's take a look. And we've got Dungeons of Daggerth loading. Now, you may remember in the last video, I loaded from I loaded from one source to 2 computers at the same time. Well, I am going to try and load on both computers using a splitter cable and the Bluetooth receiver. So, I am going to plug the splitter cable into the receiver and then one end into each cassette cable. So, cassette cable, and receiver. And let's see if we can load on both computers at once. All right, so we cload M and cload M. Both are going, and play. And there we go. It looks like it worked. Execute. Execute. I dare ye enter the dungeons of Daggorath simultaneously on 2 computers at once. There we go. It worked. It loaded on 1 computer, and it loaded simultaneously on 2 different computers at the same time, and I could not be happier. I've got 2 versions of Dungeons of Daggorath running on 2 different Cocos behind me, and it's great. It's amazing. But, you know, I do have other ideas of things I want to do with this Bluetooth adapter. I just haven't quite figured out yet how I'm going to do them, so this very well could be something I'm going to revisit in a future episode. But, for now, I have to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, you know what you can do. There's liking, subscribing, and commenting below. Anything and everything you do is always greatly appreciated. But on a more serious note, I now have a very serious decision to make. I have to make a decision that's going to affect me greatly, and it is which one of these versions of Dungeons of Daggorath am I going to play. And I know it's a decision I have to make on my own, so I will see you next time. I'm going to decide what to do now, which one of these I'm going to play.